Hello, Aries. How are you guys? I hope you're doing well. My name's Shelly. This is Healing Truth Tarot. So, now I get messages from Spirit all the time. I just don't either. I'm not paying attention because my mind gets cluttered, or I don't even think on writing it down. So, I've been directed to write it down. Sometimes they yell at me because I'm not listening. So I got some messages for the general, some of the general overall energy. So for August, by the way, this is a general reading for August. If you would like a personal reading, my contact information will be in the description box. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please leave a comment. YouTube is liking the comments, and I would really appreciate it. I'd like to hear what you have to say. If anything resonated with you, anything you got, I'll take it. I really do enjoy interacting. I'm going to work on making more posts to be more interactive with you guys. So again, general reading for August for Aries. Now this message I got before I pulled the cards was, you don't have to rush into or look for anything just because others think you should. Give yourself permission to take your time. What you're waiting for is coming to you. You don't have to chase it. And also, and I just got two words for a second message: victim mode. So, we have a very busy month, planetary wise. Oh, it is Leo season. And let me give you the attributes of Leo season, or Leos. Natural leaders, confident, charismatic, creative, innovative, theatrical, dramatic, loyal, dependable, passionate, energetic, and enthusiastic, kind, and sensitive. All right. So we got two things, other than three planets that are already retrograde and one and another that's going retrograde on the 4th. So we'll get right into that part of it. The 4th is a new moon. The peak of a full moon is for removing things, and the peak of a new moon is for bringing things in. So there is going to be some movement in spiritual development. There's going to be movement in financial abundance. Maybe not huge amounts. For some of you, huge amounts, but for the most part, a slower, more grounded energy surrounding the finances. But mostly this month is going to be interworked with all the planets retrograde. So I like to state which planets are retrograde real quick and how long they're there for. Pluto until October 11th, and that is death, rebirth, and transformation. Neptune until December 7th, that's fantasy, illusion, spirituality, and creativity. So because it's moving backwards, it's going to bring the fantasies and illusions to light. You're going to see what you haven't been seeing. And Saturn until November 15th, and Saturn is the planet of discipline, structure, and karma. Good karma. I mean, there's some not so good karma to clean up, obviously. No one's perfect. Earth school is not easy. But for the most part, I feel like there's good karma coming in for the good deeds that have been done. Yeah, I feel like there's way more good stuff that's going to come back to you than there is the not so good stuff. Yeah, so Mercury goes retrograde on the new moon on the 4th. So we get the double whammy again. We've been getting a lot of double whammies. And it's a beautiful thing, people. It really is. Now Mercury retrograde has been kicking our butts already hard. The last one we had, and I don't remember the dates, I'll be honest about that. I didn't even think on looking them up, but the last one we had was mild compared to what we're already going through with this one. We are being called to action by way of clearing up karmic debt, by way of enhancing our spiritual growth, and by way of moving up another energetic level. So we are leveling up. Some people like to call it glow up. I like that too. So we're doing the glow up. You are doing the glow up. I need to use the word you more. So the Lionsgate portal is the 8th. All right. Now, that portal is about spiritual growth, healing, manifestation, aligning with higher frequencies, and inner work. And all that energy from the Lionsgate portal on the 8th coincides perfectly with these planets that are retrograde for the healing in the spiritual growth, which I'll probably talk about a lot because that's what's going on right now. There's a lot of spiritual growth. Whether you're conscious of it or not, it's happening. So, Aries. I pulled 3 cards from each tarot deck. Well, except for the Del Toro deck, I only pulled the one, and that's the last tarot card we look at. But I pulled 3 out of our Rider-Waite. I pulled 3 out of our Crystal Visions, and I pulled 3 out of our Meaning Tarot Rider-Waite. And that just tells you what the card is about. It gives you some keywords. It's these are a lot of fun. And then we have 2 Angel Oracle cards that popped out for the end, and 1 Healing Oracle. All right, so I may need to wear the glasses the whole time. Hopefully not. First card, I'll just show them to you first. First card, King of Pentacles. Second card, a Knight of Wands. I'm sorry, Swords. Knight of Swords. This is why I wear the glasses. Knight of Swords. Oh my goodness. I'm not off to a great start today. The Magician. The King of Cups. The Hierophant. The 8 of Swords. The Page of Wands. There you go. Yeah, light shining on those. Sorry, folks, are shiny. They're new. And we have the Wish card. We have the 9 of Cups. Now we have the Devil. I do have to cover up any nudity for YouTube standards. And the last card from the tarot deck of the Del Toro deck was the Knight of Blades. And I will try to remember to show you what was on the bottom of each deck. Alright, so let's start with the King of Pentacles. This is... Well, for some of you, Aries, this is where you're at right now. And more with grounding than finances. The financial thing's on its way. And you may be seeing proof of that right now already. Even with all the retrograde planets, there are good things that come out of retrogrades, okay? So, yeah, because the introspection, the looking inward, that spiritual growth that's happening right now, that's to me is what the King of Pentacles is signifying this time. A lot of the time it is just about money, but now Pentacles are earth signs, and earth signs are slow moving energies, which means that the abundance, whether it's mental, emotional, or financial, it is going to move slowly, okay? But it's going to be more grounded energy. It's going to be more sustainable, is the word Spirit's telling me. It's going to be more sustainable. So any new friends you make, it'll be slow movement with the friendships, or even the the lovers, or the partners, or the community groups that you might want to look into. Actually, Spirit's telling me it would be a good time right now to find something in your area that you're interested in, and just take a chance on that. You're going to be pleasantly surprised. You are going to meet people of like mind. Now, for some of you, you're not going to meet people of like mind right away. Again, Pentacles, Earth is slow moving energy, so it might take you a few different times to go to the community group, or it might take you different community groups for you to find your fit, where you fit in, where you feel comfortable, where you feel like you can be yourself. And honestly, that's what the Knight of Swords is about. Knights are generally slow moving, right? All the other Knights cards, they're just sitting there. So we have the Knight of Blades for our Del Toro deck, and I'll get to the meaning of this at the end, but see how he's just kind of going real slow, and the horse is clomping forward, and that is a slow moving energy as well. He's not in a big fat hurry. But the Knight of Swords, and I like to say the Swords cards are about cutting through the BS. They are significant to air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. So, again, even though we have these retrogrades, this is coming quickly. Well, Spirit's telling me it's coming quicker than you think it would, considering the planetary placements. So this is something, though, that you've been working towards. That slow growth is good growth. I hear that often from Spirit. Slow growth is good growth. Whatever seeds you've been planting are going to sprout a lot sooner than you thought they were going to. Which is a beautiful thing, people. So, oh my goodness. Projects. Employment opportunities. You think you didn't get the job, but boom, there it is. You did get the job. Victim energy. Remember, I was getting that message before I pulled the cards. Victim energy. There's a group of you who are still carrying a great deal of it and struggling to come out of that victim energy. You're aware of it, but you're not quite sure how to move past that. And it's just going to hit you. It's going to hit you. And that's why we like the energy of the King of Pentacles, okay? Because we're grounded with that energy. So we're able to take a deep breath and, again, go inward and practice some introspection and to cultivate that spiritual growth. Anything that you do to better yourself is spiritual growth. Whether you know that or not, whether you feel it or not. But right now, I feel like you guys are extremely aware, ultra aware of the changes that are going on inside of you, and that you want better for yourselves. And you want it badly enough because you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You want that change badly enough that you're willing to ground yourself, meditate, pray, listen to music, go out in nature, whatever it takes to ground you. You're willing to do that so that you can hear what Spirit has to say to you. All right. So, the growth that you're looking for, it's just going to come at you, and it's not going to be out of nowhere because you've been working on it. Generally, the readings we'll have a mixture of the financial stuff and the emotional stuff and the mental stuff and the, all that together. But for the most part, this is more about an energy. This is literally an energy reading, because the energies are changing within you as a collective, and it's spreading out to other people. People are catching on, and they don't know they're catching on. Like, you couldn't walk up to somebody and say, hey, someone you know for a long time, and say, hey, I noticed all the changes within you. They'd be like, what are you talking about? So just because they're changing doesn't mean they understand that they're changing or would even know what the hell you're talking about. But that's okay, because you know. And I feel like these community groups that Spirit was talking about, they're going to have a spiritual aspect to them. And those are the people, that's your tribe. Those are the people that you're going to be able to talk to about your spiritual growth and your ascension to a higher level of being, to a higher level of energy, right? And that brings us to the Magician, because this cultivating that you've been doing, you planted the seeds, you've been cultivating the seeds, you cultivated the ground that you put the seeds into, right? So there's a lot of the cultivation going on, and it's being done through that spiritual growth. Okay, so we have the Magician, and the Magician transforms one energy into another form of energy. No, this is the card right after the Fool. All right, the Magician is the number one. And we don't have the Fool, but the Fool is a 0. It's the starting point. So the Magician is the next step, where you start doing the things that you need to do to bring these desires to fruition, okay? That's what the Magician is for. You're taking that awful, nasty, dark, dense energy that you've been carrying around, and again, some of you that hardcore victim energy, because you were victims. My daughter said something to me the other day. She said, Mom, you're not a victim, you're a survivor. I prefer that. So this victim energy, you are transforming that into survivor energy. And then there's levels up. Survivor energy is just the next step. It is a level up. But there's more levels above that. And that's where some of a group of you are headed. Is you're just coming out of that, I'm a survivor. Because when you say I'm a survivor, you're still hanging on. And we did get the double card, by the way. Got the double card. Still hanging on to some of those old traumas. And that's understandable. Because for a group of you, that was a huge part of your life. For some of you, all of your life. And you're just done. And you've been done. So, right now, you are in the Magician stage, where you're transmuting that awful energy into something lighter. Is the only word I could ever think of. Is Spirit tells me it's a lighter energy. It's not so heavy. And Spirit's talking. The only way to get to the next level, to move out of that victim energy, is to do the grounding and to listen to the messages that are being sent to you. We did get another card with messages, and I'll get into all these, but I'm just showing you how these relate to one another, because they truly do. Messages. Crows are messengers. So you are getting messages from Spirit, and unconsciously for most of you, I think. But if you're watching this now, you're conscious. Now you're aware. Now you're a little bit more reawakened. People say, we're going through an awakening. And I choose to say we're going through a reawakening. We know all this stuff when we're born. Everything we're doing now, all this transmutation, all this knowledge of something better energetically than what we're living right now, we know that as babies. We just get it conditioned out of us. So we're reawakening to who we are as spiritual beings in these people pods, as one of my friends says, people pods. So next we have the King of Cups. All right. King of Cups. So that's emotional stability. Because obviously, they're the kings, so the kings are stable. The King of Cups is about the emotional stability that is coming out of, that is a result of the spiritual growth, the spiritual work, the inner work. The saying, I've had enough, I'm not doing this anymore. It's coming from the, I'm tired of hating myself. The, I'm tired of hating other people. I'm tired of being resentful. That's where the King of Cups energy, this is where you're headed. Into a more grounded. Okay, I'm not going to like say, oh, this is the final time you'll ever have to go through spiritual growth. That's not the way that it works. That's not what we came to Earth for. Again, Earth school. We came to Earth to learn, and there's more opportunities. I prefer that word over tests or lessons. We have opportunities for growth, and we're going to have them all through our lives until we exit the planet. So the King of Cups is where you're headed, but more in a way of you'll be more grounded emotionally. Not completely grounded emotionally. That's not going to happen for anybody on the planet. That happens for us when we're with Source. So that's where you're headed. It's a beautiful place to be, too. And for some of you, you're already there. I mean, that's just common sense. I don't need a tarot card to tell me that. Some of you are already there. Oh, my goodness. Spirit says to tell you, to give you kudos, you guys. Kudos. Yeah, it's because we have the Hierophant. And this is about tradition. And, again, stability and balance. Spirit's saying you may want to go about doing certain things that you're reaching certain goals. That's the words I want to use. You may be tempted to try to reach certain goals in a non-traditional way. And this came up in a reading last week too. Spirit is suggesting, highly suggesting, that you go at your goals in traditional manners. Don't overdo it. Don't overthink it. Don't be the perfectionist. Because you have something that nobody else has. You have qualities about yourself that nobody else has. You have personalities and wishes and dreams that nobody else has. So you may be tempted to say, well, I don't want to be like everybody else. And you certainly, that's not going to happen anyway. Even if you try, that's not going to happen. It's just going to make you miserable anyway. Just trying will make you miserable. So the Hierophant is telling you to do things in traditional manners. But don't listen to what every single person says. Okay, one person says one thing. You come home and you try to do it that way. Then you hear something different from another person regarding reaching your goals. And so you switch it up and you try to do it that way. That's not going to work. All Spirit is saying is that the process will be a lot shorter if you can avoid allowing other people's opinions to bother you. So I'm just looking at the timer. 24. Yeah, 24. So look for number 24 or 6. Let me know if you've been seeing double or triple numbers. I have. and they're wonderful. They're wonderful angel numbers. So, or also let me know in the comments if you've seen any animal over and over and over. And I will get back to you with what seeing that animal over and over means, unless you choose to look it up yourself. So, all right. So, yeah, take things, don't add anything extra. That's what spirits tell me. You don't have to add anything on extra to the way that you go about reaching your goals, no matter what the goal is. All right, now we have the Eight of Swords. So this is a messenger card because of the crows. Now, pages are messengers. Those tarot cards are about messages coming through. Crows are messengers from spirit. Now, in this deck, the crows are taking the blindfolds and the restraints off of her, so they can show her what's really going on, what's really in front of her, what she needs to do, but for the most part, I think that they're showing her that she's okay, she's safe. It's safe to take off the restraints. Because there's this energy from you guys that's from a lot of signs right now, where you're guarded from love, guarded from getting too close to anyone in a friendship, guarded from yourself. I get a sense of you guys not letting yourselves feel whatever you feel. Somebody said something today, and it really stuck with me. You gotta feel it to heal it. Freaking love that. You have to feel these feelings to heal these feelings. It's what all this is for. You're in a very auspicious time. Not just lifetime-wise, but right this minute is an auspicious time for the growth, for the clearing away of the old, to bring in that new stuff, the good feeling stuff. Trust. I get that a lot from spirit too. Trust yourself. Don't worry about trusting other people right now. That's not going to happen until you learn to trust yourself. Now, some of you have made some really crappy choices that were detrimental to your life and the lives of people around you. Got to feel it to heal it. Feel that feeling. Look it right in the face. Thank the experience and let it go. In whatever way you choose. Burn a candle. Watch the smoke go out the window. And imagine that experience going out the window with it. Write the experience down on a piece of paper. Burn it. Water as well. Now, some people, if you can do it, some people will write something they want to let go of on a piece of toilet paper in black magic marker, and they'll flush it down the toilet. And obviously water's cleansing, so a lot of people do that. And yeah, it's called spell work, but it's about the intention. You know, you don't have to be Wiccan to do something for yourself, to heal yourself that's ritualistic. It's the ritualistic part of it that makes it work, because it is about the intention. Also, you can put at the full moon, not yet, put the things, people, places, things, thought patterns, situations that you want to let go of in a bowl of salt water. It doesn't have to be sea salt, but a bowl of salt water, and put it in your windowsill at the peak of the full moon, and then remove it at the peak of the new moon. Again, full moons are for removing things. So give that a shot. It's all about the intention. All right, next we have, I was going to show you the bottoms of the decks. I will show you. Let me get through these other three tarot cards. And then I'll show you the bottom of the decks. So we have the Page of Wands. There's that messenger right there. Let me show you. Hopefully the light won't shine on it too much. Okay. And it says, keep your eyes on your goal and enjoy every moment. Courage, excitement, free spirit, love of life, enthusiastic discovery. And wands. Now, wands are actually, wands are you guys. Fire energy. So this is swift moving energy. And this is a messenger. And I feel like he's standing there waiting to receive the message from Spirit. So, to me, that's you. Just waiting to receive the message from your guides, angels, ancestors, or from Source. We do get messages from Source directly. Absolutely. We are part of Source. Source is not better than us, and we are not better than Source. So we do get messages straight from Source. And you tend to hear those a little louder, and they tend to be a kick in the rear end. Because we weren't listening to what Spirit was saying, our guides, angels, and ancestors. So Source has a way of kicking you in the butt. All right, so also expect a message. Yeah, what was I talking about with the Knight of Swords? The Knight of Swords, yeah, that fast movement with him. Something coming to you that you didn't expect to come to you as quickly as possible. So that's this message as well. That's not just you. That's a message coming to you, and that concerns, that just goes with the Knight of Swords. Okay? So there's a message coming to you. And then we have the Nine of Cups. This is the wish fulfillment card. He's a happy camper. All right, let me see. Everything has turned out well. Enjoy your success. And this could be happening right now. But I'm going to have to say Mercury retrograde from the 4th to the 28th. Third week of September is where I'm seeing the wish card coming true for you. So, happiness, compassion, trust in the universe, high-minded, and optimism. This is so the 10s are where you reap your rewards, and the 9s are where everything's set, everything's ready for you to reap your rewards. And then we have the Devil card. Now, generally, we would talk about the Devil card as, well, you need to let go of this and you need to let go of that. And there is some of that energy in your sign right now. It's in every sign. Things that you need to let go of. You're a human being. So, but we talked about that. We talked about the victim energy and the that first message about chasing things. That's about control. So, letting go of control. See, when you're in victim energy, it's a type of, excuse me, manipulation. It's, and please don't get mad, because I carry victim energy too. And this is something I tell myself. When I'm in a victim energy mode, I'm manipulating because I want a reaction from someone else to make me feel validated and make me feel heard. So the Devil card is carrying a couple of meanings. Excuse me, a couple of meanings today. Letting go of the victim mode, letting go of that need to control by way of chasing your desires rather than cultivating your desires. Listen, sometimes you get the wham bam thank you ma'am. Oh my goodness, there's $1 million. Oh my goodness, look at that brand new house. Holy smokes, would you look at that new car I just got? That's the wham bam thank you man. Something that just comes to you. And there is some of that energy here. Go buy a lottery ticket on the 8th of this month. Just the one. Behave yourself. Don't get carried away. Devil card, yeah. We don't want to give ourselves it. We don't need any extra added baggage to the the luggage we're already carrying around as far as karmic debt and bad choices. So yeah, just take it easy. But yeah, there's a good possibility there will be some type of winnings from a game of chance. Oh, that's why Spirit was talking about it. That now there are some addictions, some addiction energy. It carries a very unique and specific energy, addiction energy. And some of you are carrying that. Now, some of you are working on it and beginning to heal. And some of you need to get to work on it. Because there will be none of this good stuff. This wish fulfillment isn't going to happen until you get yourself together. So the gambling, the overeating, the codependency, the drugs, the alcohol, pills, it's time to put those down. You have enough going on in your life. Okay? So, letting go of addictions, people, places, things, is the energy of that card as well. Letting go of the victim energy. Letting go of the control, I gotta have it now, I'm gonna go get it. You don't have to do that, it's coming to you, people. Alright, so I promised I would show you the bottom of the card for each deck. The bottom card for the Rider-Waite is the Lovers. I don't feel so much like this is, it can be relationship love, partnership love, but I feel like this whole reading, the energy is about self-help. It's about self-care, self-cultivation. That word keeps coming up. Thank you, Spirit. So I feel like this is love for you. Love for you. All right. And the bottom of the Crystal Visions deck is the Page of Pentacles. She's sitting pretty. Very grounded. Just maxing and relaxing, folks. Playing her little... I know it's not a guitar. I forget the name of it. But playing her stringed instrument. Just sitting there looking at all the beauty and that humongous pentacle sitting down there, which means that wish fulfillment. She's grounded. You know, she's sitting in the tree. I mean, you can sit in a tree and be grounded because it's nature. You can sit anywhere in nature and still be grounded, even if you're 50 feet in the air. It's a beautiful thing. But she is grounded. And again, some of you are there, but most of you are heading there. All right, so keep up the good work with the inner work. Inner child. Yeah, Spirit's talking inner child, Spirit just said. It is inner child work. Because for most of you, the trauma started in childhood. When a human being is traumatized in childhood, their emotional growth is stunted. So, I always say, I'm 9 years old. 7 years old, excuse me. I'm 7 years old, emotionally. Because my emotional growth was stunted when I was an infant. Because infants pick up on fighting and arguing and any type of abuse that's going on in the home. Infants pick up on that. So, I say I'm 7 years old because 7 years ago is when I started working on my, in earnest, consciously, got focused on working on myself. So I'm 7. So whatever age that you were became emotionally stunted, is the age that you are. Emotionally. Not a bad thing. It feels bad, but it's not a bad thing. You're fine. Because now you're aware. You planned this. You planned when you were going to become aware. You planned when you were going to have a reawakening. All those opportunities, as I call them, from your past, to learn something, that's part of that cultivating. You're just done learning that type of lesson. Okay, you're just done learning it. You've had enough. It's over. Stick a fork in it. All right, and on the bottom of our meaning tarot, the Rider-Waite tarot, is the Page of Cups. There you go. All right, don't let your emotions get in the way. Sweetness, gentleness, reflective, self-exploration, intuition, kindness, and sensitivity. So that's how you treat yourself. That's where that self-love is coming from the Lover's card. Okay. Let's pick some words from the word jar. We got a few minutes. Words from the word jar. Dog. Well, for you dog lovers, oh, somebody's doggy passed away. I'm sorry. Somebody's doggy passed away, and Spirit is telling you, get another. Spirit's also saying that when you do get another, don't expect this dog to have the same personality as your little doggy that crossed the rainbow bridge. Don't expect the same personality, even if it's the exact same type of dog. This dog is going to have its own personality. And also, dogs are faithful, right? So that's also, to me, Spirit saying, just be faithful to yourself. Forget everybody else. If you can be faithful to yourself, being faithful to other people just falls right in line. You don't have to work at that. If you're being true to you and speaking your truth, you don't have to work at being honest or faithful to other people. Spirit's also warning, be careful who you're faithful to. Some of you are in relationships that someone has been unfaithful. Maybe it was you, maybe it was them. You don't switch around as it fits for you. Some of you are in relationships that are tumultuous, and you're going to have to make a choice. That's going to be part of your spiritual healing. Either you stick it out and work it out, or you make a decision to move along. And it's going to be painful. I won't even lie about it. It's going to be painful. You're not going to come out of it unscathed, even if you feel like you hate this person. Tumultuous relationships are the most intense relationships to end. They're the hardest relationships to end, the tumultuous ones. Because again, they're just so intense. But some of you need to make a decision. And for some of you, staying will not be a way to take care of you. You can't do anything for this person. You can't fix them. You can't make them understand you. And you can't make them be trustworthy. That's the word. I'm going to keep it general. You can't make them be trustworthy. They either will or they won't. You're choosing to move up the energetic ladder. They may choose to stay behind. But you don't vibe the same anymore. You're two totally different people than you were when you first met. At the bottom of the Del Toro deck, we have Strength. It says, you got this. You got it. I know my Del Toro deck, he's scary. I have more decks coming tomorrow. Oh, I can't wait to play. Switch it up a little. All right, let's get to the Daily Angel Oracle cards. We have two. We have New Partner, So see, there is a little bit of love in there, a little bit of relationship love, a relationship type love, new partner. But now some of you though, it's not just about a love relationship is what I want to say. It's not just about a love relationship. There's you're going to meet someone or some others that you form a strong bond with. And I think that's why Spirit was talking to me, or having me tell you rather, that to find some community gatherings that resonate with you. Now, some of you will find your next partner in those groups, and some of you will find business partners, and some of you will find friendship partners. Either way, whoever you find is a soulmate. A soulmate does not have to be a lover. A soulmate can be anybody that you meet and have a connection to, a strong connection to. I personally think anyone I interact with, even though I don't see you and maybe will never hear from you, we're in the same soul family. We have interacted in past lives in some way, shape, or form, just like we're interacting now. All right, so new partner says, see, a chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. So they're saying that this goal that you're trying to reach, this new relationship, whether it's friendship, business, or love, is going to be a catalyst for that. Open yourself up a little bit. It's okay. You're protected. You can open up a little bit. It's going to take time to stop being so guarded, to move past being so guarded. But you can. Little tiny steps, one step at a time. And it also says, pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. So yeah, you're gonna feel real comfortable with this person or people. Okay? Like you've known them all your life, or like you've met them before. Because again, they are part of your soul family, which means that they are part of your past lives. And then we have notice the signs. Oh, these cards are just kicking butt tonight, folks. Okay. Notice the signs. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you're loved and never alone. So yeah, look for feathers, pennies even, coins, birds, again, numbers, repeating numbers. Pay attention to those things. And, put it in your search engine. What does this mean spiritually? What does that mean spiritually? When I see a cardinal, what does that mean? When I see a blue jay, what does that mean? When I see a squirrel, a woodchuck, whatever you're seeing. If you're seeing an animal or a number repeatedly, that is Spirit sending you messages. And pay attention. That's pretty much the message. Pay attention. And ground yourself so that you can do that. King of Pentacles. And I know you're working on that grounding already. Very nice. Now, the last card, and we'll pick some more words after this. The last card is Listen to Life. Hold on. All right, I am attentive to the world around me, grounding. Signs and symbols guide me to success. I listen and discover the way to the eternal. All right. I apologize for stopping in the middle of our words. That dog thing just got me going, so let's go back to that. I can get sidetracked. Spirit gives me a lot of information all at once. Disregarded. Okay, so either you or somebody you know feels disregarded, and this is that relationship thing. Okay. I think you feel disregarded. You feel like you're not being heard because you're not. And Spirit's asking you to ask yourself a question. How many times do you have to experience the same thing with this other person, place, or thing before you're done, before you're sick of it? How many times? And that's not being sarcastic or snarky. Spirit truly wants you to ask yourself that question. I get snarky with myself. I'm like, okay, Shelley, what the heck, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. I need to work on being gentle to myself. But sometimes you got to be gruff with yourself. But ask yourself that. How long is this going to go on for? When am I going to be done? What's it going to take for me to move on? What's it going to take for me to take care of my business? What's it going to take for me to take care of me? Those are the questions you should ask yourself. According to Spirit. I'm just the messenger, people. All right, another word. Magazine. Messages. Magazines hold stories. They hold advertisements. They hold messages. So that's just reiterating Spirit. I mean, I think all three of the oracles talked about messages and signs. So that's just Spirit reiterating messages. All right, one more. Asking you out. Yeah, new people. New people are coming. And you will be asked out. Maybe just for social reasons, and maybe for relationship reasons, for dating reasons. All right, I have to end this. My phone is about to switch me over to another. I can only do 55 minutes at a time on this phone. So, love and light to you, Aries. I really appreciate you showing up. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment. And I really hope that you enjoyed your reading. And I hope that some of it resonated. Let me know in the comments. Have a beautiful day.